Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. I am Shawn Jones Harris of Zariah's Creations, and this is day 2 of my Christmas 12 Days of Christmas DIY crafting. Alright, so today we are going to do a partial traveler's notebook. So we are going to put together a traveler's notebook. It's not going to have all the doodads and hoo-has to go with it, but we are going to do a basic with just a few things. So I am doing a pocket size, and I got these notebooks from the Dollar Tree, and there's 3 in a pack. They're 4x6. This is notebook carnets, and these are hard to find right now. I haven't found any in the stores or online, but I was able to grab a few, so I'm going to make a few Christmas holiday TNs, and they can be used for your December dailies. They could be used to jot down your Christmas list, your Christmas meals, and all of your December plannings. But we're going to decorate these to make it look like Christmas. So you have your notebooks, probably need some scissors or a paper trimming tool, foam folder. I use this just to pull off some excess tape that we're going to use. And this is the paper pack that we are going to be using. I purchased this from Michael's. It is the Sugar Plums Hot Buy. And I've already cut my paper down. We're going to use some elastic, a corner rounder, and we are going to use a laminator with 3mm laminating sheets, but I am actually going to laminate on the 5mm laminating sheets. So, all right. I'm going to speed this up because I've done other traveler's notebooks on this page, and my son, who is also a creator, is creating, and he creates musically, so we'll be in a little competition. So no worries, I will come in and out giving some information or instructions, or I'll have it on the screen. But I'm going to tell you at least what I have here. So here I have a pocket dashboard, a pocket dashboard, then I have a pocket folder, and then I have some papers which I've already cut apart. I have to cut this one down. I'm going to use this as my cover. I thought this was super cute. And normally I don't do a back cover, but I think I will this time. I will do a back cover or an inside cover. I'll do an inside cover for this one because I thought this was cute. And then I have 3 sheets, one for each notebook, but one of them will not be this. It'll be some plain sheets of paper to make it different. And then I'm also going to laminate. So what I'm going to do first is prepare my front and back covers. I am just going to do a little gluing on the inside, and then I will cut down the side here. So I'm just going to use my Tombow glue stripe. I really like it. It's very convenient and easy to use, and it comes with refills. I'm going to end up using my binder clips to hold the 2 sheets of cardstock together so that they won't move while I'm doing the gluing. So I like to hold it together so that once you glue it, it won't shift. And so this glue is kind of not giving actually, and so you don't want to mess that up. And then after I get that all together, I'll cut off that side there, but I'm not going to throw away the piece because you never know what you're going to need it for. Always save your scraps. Always save your scraps. We're also going to need a scoreboard. Yes, a scoreboard. totally forgot. So this is going to be our inside. That is going to be our outside. And I'm not going to put anything on the cover because I super duperly love that. And going to round our corners. You can use a 1/2 inch. This is called a crocodile. And I'll leave a link in the description down below if you want to purchase one. You'll be able to follow the link from my Amazon store and it'll take you right to it. Actually, I saw a little bit more over here. All right, so let's get the scoreboard. Oh, and so this sheet here is 6 by 9 and 3/4. Yeah, 6 by 9 and 3/4. So I am going to score at 4 1/2, 4 7/8, and 5 1/4. Let's see, can I do this without putting my head? Sometimes I just leave it flat. All right, so I am going to heat up my laminator and put that in the laminator while we are working on the notebooks. Okay, so this is the folder, and this folder is 10 by 8. Oh, 9 by 8. And I scored it at 6. So it was actually 9 inches this way, which is the length. And then 8 inches is the width. And then I did halfway at 4, all the way down. And then I did this one at 6, the score at 6. And what I did was I folded it, took my scissors and did a little rounding there. And now I have my folder for inside of my notebook. Now I am going to use my corner punch to punch around that edge. And then the bottom one, I'm just gonna do at 1/4. And the reason why I do it is because, in the top, the reason why I do it is because when you put it in with the elastic, you need like a little belly leverage. I don't know if that's what you call it, but you need like a little belly leverage to, for the elastic so that it's not rubbing all the way up against the elastic. Now here I have some Recollections red tape, double-sided tape. I like the red tape. It sticks really, really well. There's no wiggle room when using red tape, so it's like you got to get it right the first time. And with the way I'm doing this folder here, this pocket folder, it's not, you're not going to have like a lot of room to maneuver, because we didn't do that extra fold in this one because I wanted it to be quick, because I want to spend more time doing other parts of the TN. I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time on it. Not for the video anyway. but this is enough to get you started. Then you can add your own embellishments to it, your own paper clips and what have you. So this folder was just an add-on that I didn't plan to do for this video, as well as a dashboard that I'm going to do next. But since I already had it cut out, I am going to do this really quick, laminate it with a word script that goes on the top. So it's actually going to be like a page marker. And then we'll get back to doing just the notebooks. To the laminator and add a Target dollar spot pocket on here. Let's see if it'll fit. Let's see, will it fit? Barely, yes, it'll fit. All right, so I'm gonna throw this in a laminator, throw this in a laminator, and then I'll be back. All right, so here's what everything looks like laminated. And so let's get that cut down. I know I just said, okay, here's the folder. Let's get the cover cut down. And I saved these because you can use these to put washi on them. And you can use them for shaker tags. So don't throw away not even your laminate scraps. And now that I have it all sliced down, I'm just going to take my corner chompers, round off the edges so no one gets poked. And then, well, actually what I'm going to do, because it doesn't like going through the laminate, it actually just gives me a mark that I can take my scissors and go around it to round them off, which is, you know, pretty okay. It's not as straight as if the chomper would actually do it, but I get it as close as I can. All right, now it is time to bend the edges where I scored at so I can then make my holes and string my traveler's notebook. And sometimes this is tough, especially after lamination. It kind of doesn't give a give, but it's doable. And I'm only doing the two sides. I actually like that flat back middle section, so I actually only use it as a guide when punching my holes. So you want your middle hole to be in the center of your project. So you're going to use that center score line, the one that we did not prominently score. And you're going to measure all the way to the middle, which since this is 6 by 8, we're going to measure it to the 3-inch mark. And then for your bottom 3 holes, you're going to put 1 hole at each line, and it's only going to be about 1/8 of an inch away from the edge of the paper. So you want to make sure it's on the paper and not on the laminate, but you don't want to go too far in because you want to make sure that you can fit your notebooks. All right, so this is my big chomper, also from We Are Memory Keepers. It's another Crocodile 2. This one says Crocodile Corner. And then I have this just says that We Are Memory Keepers on here. And it has an eighth of an inch and a 3/16 of an inch. And so it's easier, oops, this way. Then that way you have that peekaboo hole. Make sure I have the right one. Yeah, 1/8 of an inch. Give myself room. Look for the hole. And I see it. Voila. Alright, so that is it for the edges. And then for this one, it's already marked on the 1/8, and I will just line up my mark and my punch. All right. And then we're all set for threading. And I don't cut mine until I'm actually done, because I don't want to waste any of, even though I did just order another one. The funny thing about that is I have no idea where it is, but I know I ordered it, I received it, but because I'm doing so many projects, I legit have stuff everywhere. All right, so we just went in, just sewing in and out, and then now we get to the middle. We'll push this one back through that center hole, and sometimes it gets a little raw, so I just cut the tip. On the ends. You can also light them with a match, but I don't really light them until I'm done. Have that in. Going to give a little room, because we're going to tie it from the inside. And I definitely like to cheat with this. I like to use my pointer to push it through. And then I grab from the other side. Now be careful that you don't grab too fast, too quick, because you can definitely pull this bad boy back out unintentionally. Alright, so let's see. Playing with the size. Okay, too big, so I can pull it in some. And then don't forget too, you're gonna have notebooks on the inside. You'll have a folder on the inside. And see, yeah, it looks like my covers are, I have extra on my covers. And so I will cut them down some more. Because that really will annoy me. Just like it's annoying me that I can't tie a knot. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Okay, here we go. All right, before I make it tight again, I just want to try my cover, and then we'll tighten this baby up. Tighten her up and cut her down. All right, so now we have our strings, 4 on the inside, 1 on the outside. You can start, I'm gonna do my notebooks, but you can start with putting in the folder. And so as you can see, it fits really well and it fits right into the groove, so it's not pulling on the paper, especially since this is not laminated. And then the pocket can go wherever and it'll hang, the dashboard I meant, it'll hang out the top. So you take some double-sided tape, and I have a roll somewhere. I will initially fold my individual sheets in half, and you just do corner to corner, come down. I'm gonna take my book, once I glue it, put it on the inside, and then fold the flaps in to make a pocket. And then I'll just cut a little half a circle punch here for easy insertion. So it's kind of simple to do. You can either use your tape, double-sided tape, or I'm going to use the big roll. So I'll do that. I'll show you one book, and then I'll do the other books off camera, and then we'll put it all together. So this is a double-sided tape that I purchased off of Amazon. I'll try to remember to leave a link down below. I was trying to look at the packaging to see if it actually had a name, but I'll try to leave a link. I'll leave a link to my Amazon store. How about that? So if you want to see any of the items that I'm using, it is on my Amazon store. So what I'm just doing is I am putting this double-sided tape onto the cover. I'm not taking the cover off. You can take the cover off if you want. I don't do that. I start on one end and then I do the other end, and then I go in between just to make sure I have coverage over the edge. So this is the front and this is the back. I have one of my books, I actually did it backwards. So I have to be, you definitely want to make sure of that unless it doesn't matter to you. If the book is just for you, then hey. And I just peel off the tape. And you can only do one side at a time, guys, because if you take off the other side, it'll stick to whatever platform you have your book on. So all I'm going to do is insert it in here, try to align the top with the top and the bottom with the bottom, and then once I forgot to turn my light on. Right. So I insert it on the middle because I had it folded. Once I insert it in there, making sure I am on the edge. Alrighty, got that one done, and then I'm going to go back in and cut off the glue edges. So I folded this because I'm going to punch a hole here. It'll become like a pocket on the inside, but I want to make sure I get all my strips of glue off. So let's see, we're not going to put the whole thing in, just going to size it up, just make a little opening. All right, so now that I kind of got a feel of where I'm going to go with this, just eyeball it. I'm not even going halfway. Oh, this one's gonna give me, here we go. Eyeball it. Okay. So now when you glue down just this end and that end, you'll have a pocket where you can put some things in. I think this is probably like I got stuff stuck on it, the 1/8 inch. You could do 1/8 or you could do a 1/4 inch, you know, however way you feel. Alrighty, so now you have your little pocket. Now let's get to this side here. And then you can go back and corner chomp your edges. That just makes it kind of nice looking. So I corner chomp them. Then you can put any kind of card or embellishment on the front panel. Let's see. But essentially, okay, so what you didn't see me do off camera were these two books. I did not glue them, but I did put them together. And one of them actually will not be glued because I'm going to put some blank sheets inside of it. Okay, so you have a folder, you have one book, you have a page marker. Let's see. And the only thing I did not, oh, I did glue. I did glue, yay. Let's see which one. So my fold was just a little off here. Bada bing, bada boom. Second book is done. And aren't these super cute, guys? Better than the plain. They all match. They have a theme. This one has the pocket. I'm going to put some cut aparts in there. You have a folder. Throw some cut aparts in there. This is the color. All right, and so again, guys, the sizing of the books are 4x6. I have to tighten that up. So the size is a 4x6. So I'm going to take some 28-pound paper and I will cut it down to size. So 4x6, and then I'll be back. So I actually use 13 sheets of paper. Normally I don't. Normally I do like 10. Normally I do. My camera is sliding. 10 sheets of paper, which will make it 20 sheets of paper. But I just used whatever I had taken out because I had already touched it. So now I'm just gonna like perfect the fold. Because when you have like too many sheets all together, it's not gonna Here is our paper, and I have a long arm stapler that I'm going to staple. I'm going to already cut this down. So I'm just going to make it like 4 1/8 because, so that's 4, and that should be 4 1/8. All right, perfect. So all I have to do is trim down the side here. So I'm going to take my long arm stapler and pray that it will staple. This is the hard part for me. So I know the fold is on the 4-inch. but when I'm looking at it, I don't feel like it's where it's supposed to be. And sorry guys, I have my hair in a whole ponytail. And so with that, it keeps hitting everything. Oh no, let's get all of this together. Clips. All right, now let's get it. Sometimes I like to take a cheat and look and see, like when I first press, where does the staple mark go? I think we're good here. Yeah, it looks in the center on here. All right. I'm such the messy creative, y'all. Messy. All right. And you just have a nice thick book. So what I just need to do is make sure that my edges are even. Why do I still have stuff falling? And I'll just line it up. And like you can see, like there's like a small edge right here. I'll just get my X-Acto knife and trim that off. All right, guys. Whew. That was rough getting all these edges together. Come on. All right, so essentially here is the traveler's notebook. Now what I do need to do is tighten the middle. To pull this up, so I can retighten that. So you have your book with the 3 notebooks. And this is just the basics. This is not the add-ins, although I did do a page marker for today. It was not my intent, but I had already cut out the... can I see? Oh, I had already cut out the page marker and glued it together. So since it actually got caught on camera, I just finished it. So I love this cover. I'm going to put a charm here, dangle something there. And I could put another Target dollar spot pocket here, even though we have the little pockets on the inside. That's book 1. This is the page marker. I'll add some things to it. That is book 2. I have to corner around my edges. And if y'all saw how it just looks different. Not being rounded. Then we have our pocket folder. I'm going to put some things in there. And then could be a sketchbook, a brain dump book. If you draw, it could be your graphics book there. I'm going to add some cut aparts in here and some other doodads, maybe a couple paper clip page markers in here to make it stick and pop. But that is day 2, essentially your pocket size traveler's notebook from the Sugar Plum collection from Michaels. All right, guys, make sure you click that like and subscribe button down below to be the first to know when there's a new video posted to this channel. And make sure you come back tomorrow to see what is up for day 3. Be sure to check out the whole entire 12 Days of Christmas by clicking in the box here to the Christmas playlist.